Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Dennis Prager. Welcome to my new favorite podcast, Beer Therapy.
I'm in love with my 13-year-old girlfriend, and I know it ain't right, but I can't help it, she's my everything, and I just can't let her go. She's got the young and fresh thing going on, that conferences, I know I'm too old, but I don't care, I'm in love with her, and I know it's wrong, but I can't help it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your favorite podcast of two conservative white men talking into the microphone, delivering fascist propaganda right into your ear holes.
Yeah.
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 What's good?
What's poppin'? Yo, it's fucking like 9 p.m. on a Monday.
Yeah, club blown up. Let's go. I'm ready to rock.
The energy's fucking... Dude, I was listening to Logic before you got here. It's like, nah, that's too high energy right now.
Logic was too high energy.
Logic
for
was
you?
too high energy, so I had to throw on some like chill Kendrick because I'm like a cool
Not
guy
if,
who
because
listens
I
to
just like chill Kendrick. You need to get that's not the vibe that we need. I don't know.
Well, I was doing some fucking NSGR BSM something something like that. Yeah, I was doing my Huberman, whatever the fuck.
What kind of sex do you think Andrew Huberman has?
Is
Is it like the most optimized sex? He just
I think
finishes in 3 seconds.
Yeah, dude. I almost wonder if he's like as a concept is like against sex unless it's for the purpose of procreation. Like feel like that could be like unless he's trying to have kids.
I don't think he's that much of a.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
He just I can't imagine him like being emotionally vulnerable in any way. Like he can't.
Well, everyone knows the best sex happens when there's zero emotional vulnerability involved.
But like, you know, in his podcast when he's like, all right, I'm going to tell a joke. And then it's just like,
and then it's not really a joke.
It's just like a science fact about like a frog or something. And
I mean,
no one even attempts to, like, he doesn't even laugh at his own joke. He just keeps going. Like, it's no different than the rest of the podcast other than he prefaced it with, all right, and now here's a joke.
He's got a touch of the tism, perhaps. But yeah, I mean, he's a robot man. Like, are we surprised at this point?
Yeah. God, what do you think? What was he like in when he was like an undergrad?
Probably exactly the same. He strikes me as the kind of guy who probably has not changed too much in temperament. I mean, I'm sure he's gotten like better at stuff, but some people just really change.
Better
in
at sex.
Better at sex. Better bitches, better money.
Do you think he got laid before he got married?
Is he married? I thought he was single.
Is he single?
I'm pretty sure he's single, which really just backs up the robot hypothesis.
Wait, he doesn't.
I'm pretty
like
sure
my conception of him is that like this, like the whole thing, like it's like a given that it comes with a wife and 2 kids.
He does not. I don't. Let me look at. Let me live.
If he
Google.
is just
Can you vamp
single,
for a sec?
what, man? But like he needs. That's really depressing because then that means literally all he has is what he does, is what is his work.
He doesn't have a wife. He has never been married.
Bro, what the fuck? Then maybe he's never fucked.
Maybe. Honestly based. He's a Volcel. He gives me big Volcel
Oh
vibes.
yeah, he could get laid so fucking easy, regardless of whether or not he had an internet following.
Right.
That energy, he could. But the thing is, like, as much as like dunking on weird, cringe robot Andrew Huberman is kind of funny, like compared to the rest of the like self-help, I don't even know what you call it, but like the academic self-help world, he definitely does not give off vibes of being disrespectful to women.
No, definitely not. You can tell he's like very friendly. He definitely like he goes to the bar once a month. He has 2 drinks.
I might be pushing it.
Maybe 1 drink.
He
has
might
a
have
pint of beer.
But it's only like something that's like 80 like there has to be a logic behind the beer. Like it won't. It's the beer that'll have the least negative impact on his workout.
Well,
the next morning.
if you go to the bar early enough and you have one beer, you get home, you do your NSDR, meditate for a little bit, and then you go to bed.
Maybe he does some NSDR at the bar. That's his way of testing himself.
Yeah.
Like, can I mentally relax and focus in the middle of the fucking bar? Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think he's ever been in a bar.
Maybe not.
I think he just like he definitely gives off Jocko like I just like go to the beach and like surf.
Either
vibes.
that or he's like, leaves the podcast studio and he's like, all right, guys. And he goes and fucking does like 5 lines of coke and fucks strippers like all night.
That would be significantly more based. Like he needs something other than just being into science because that's great, dude. Like thanks for all the work you do, genuinely. But like if that is, as a matter of fact, all he has, then I feel like I've already lived a better life than him.
And who's to say that you haven't? I mean, really?
Not him.
That's certainly
he
not
can't
him.
prove me fucking wrong.
True.
And I can't prove me right, which means my claim
Stalemate.
is just out there.
Yes.
Into the ether.
But I believe in you.
Well, thank you.
All right. So, what are we actually talking about today?
So I tried to come up with topics, and instead of coming up with topics, I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna like write down whatever comes to my mind. So we go to the topic list.
Okay.
And it is a hodgepodge of stupid, but it could be fun. All right. Since I was listening to Logic earlier, Logic, the rapper, cringe or nah?
Yeah, Logic is kind of cringe.
Okay. The Queen is dead. Can we laugh?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I don't disagree with you, so there's nothing to say there. But man, I just don't understand. Whatever. I'm trying to understand fucking how right-wingers are hypocrites is like a boring waste of time. Have you watched either of these, the new Lord of the Rings show or the Obi-Wan?
I have not.
Okay.
Dude, we're ripping through these topics.
Alex, date update. You kind of already gave it to me, so I don't know if the podcast wants it.
Yeah, people don't care. I went on a date. It lasted 6 hours, and at the end, we were like, "Yeah, I don't really know if I don't know if there's like much of a spark here, but we should hang out again in a purely platonic way." So that's the cliff notes. She called herself a Giga Chad, which was very
cool. Yeah, that's pretty basic. I mean, sometimes a spark can come later.
I mean, maybe. But
how long has a certain artistic person been in your life with a quasi spark there? Trying to word this in the most vague, ambiguous
the thing that
way.
I, like accidentally manifested.
Yeah,
yeah.
That took a while.
It's been like it's been like in earnest like less than a week, maybe a week and a half.
Wait. No, I'm talking about the person who's been in your life for a long time.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, I said you're an idiot.
No.
You're an idiot.
In terms of like the DMs thing, like a week and a half of like.
I'm not talking about PDB.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Don't worry about it.
What do you? No, what the spark artistic? What do you want about? Oh,
yeah.
What?
Yeah, that spark took a while.
Violet?
Yeah, I didn't realize you were saying her name.
No, this is the God Is My Waitress fan podcast.
Oh wait, no, that's not even who I was talking about.
Oh.
I confused her name with another name that, like, in my head is like the same kind of person.
I have officially no idea what you're talking.
I'm not going to dox a person.
Okay,
I'll say it after the pod. There's no conversation to be had, so
okay,
I promise
cool.
we can move on. So that's cool.
That's settled.
That's settled. Chess drama. LOL.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
It's
It's
like the
Magnus Carlsen
biggest fucking scandal in chess history.
So the conspiracy is that. So I'm going to try and sum it up, and you can tell me where I get this wrong because you follow chess and I don't. But Magnus Carlsen, the GOAT, the kind of like the LeBron James of chess, got his ass kicked by like some 19-year-old no name, and.
He didn't get his ass kicked. He lost.
He lost, and it's also worth noting,
which in the chess world like happens
is,
a fair
is
amount.
a grandmaster.
Yeah.
But the conspiracy is that the guy who beat him was being signaled by a chess engine through like haptic feedback in his clothes or something.
Something along those lines. Yeah, because I think the evidence that people are using is that like afterwards when they all do their interviews explaining their moves, like he was explaining it he couldn't explain it the way like when you listen to a grandmaster talk about their chess moves, they they'll rattle off 10 moves before they've happened yet. Like it's just go A7, B7, and then they'll say like, all right, if I do this, then I know the next 8 moves that the other player's gonna. Yeah. And this guy was like talking, not like. So I'm not sure if Magnus himself ever. Maybe he did.
He tweeted something. Right?
He tweeted the GIF that I think comes from what's that show that everyone was all the like 40-year-old dads were so into about like the British soccer coach.
Oh yeah, that one guy, the
guy.
Yeah, the guy.
And all the dads who dressed up for Halloween dressed up as him, like every single one of them for like a year or two or something. But he has, or maybe it's a real soccer coach. I don't know. But someone has a quote saying, "I will not say anything because if I do, I'll get in trouble." And that he just tweeted that picture.
Yeah.
So then everyone started to speculate, and all the like. Probably. You can imagine how based and red-pilled and manly and cool all of chess YouTube is.
Oh God, yes.
So you can imagine the reaction was totally not like they were like. I mean, honestly. Respect. If you've been uploading nothing but chess content for like over 10 years on YouTube and this happens, you're allowed to like start squealing.
This is like the biggest thing that's happened in
this
chess
is literally the
like,
biggest thing that's ever happened to you outside of the Queen's Gambit being released on Netflix. So, and COVID. Honestly, COVID saved COVID gave them a massive
chess.
COVID like chess, the internet chess community like became a thing because of COVID. I think. I mean, there was always like people like into it, but they're fucking weird. And like I think people, because like there's a whole fuckload of like streamers and YouTubers who just make chess content. There's 2 really hot chicks. They're like the Bots sisters or something.
Good for them, dude.
Yeah, but they're in drama. So I don't fucking know. But yeah, so that was funny. I was reminded of it because Destiny got asked about it, and he's like, "Why even Destiny was like, guys, why the fuck do you think I know anything about chess?" Which made me feel like an ultra loser.
Or an ultra winner.
An ultra winner. Have you seen what the guy looks like who cheated?
Yeah, he looks like some like loser kid, right?
He's first off, he's American, which grandmasters don't come out of America.
Just doesn't happen. Yeah.
Second off, he's like he literally looks exactly like what Jack Harlow would look like if he was from LA and weighed 50 more pounds.
What does that mean?
Look at this motherfucker. This is the most perfect description of another human being that there has ever been.
Puff. Oh my God, he totally does.
Right?
Jesus Christ.
It's LA Jack Harlow plus maybe not 50 pounds, plus 30 pounds.
Yeah.
But he's been caught cheating twice before, but not in like tournaments or something. So he's like not like it's not like he doesn't have the history.
Pretty sus.
So yeah, and I'm a big Magnus Carlsen fan because Magnus Carlsen is #red-pilled and based. And so yeah, I'll defend. No, I don't fucking know anything about Magnus Carlsen. I've been into the chess community for like.
Him, but we will defend him to the
death. I will defend him to the death. That dude's chilling. He like just like gets drunk on stream and like owns other grandmasters. It's like pretty fucking base. Cool guy. And honestly,
great guy, never met him.
And honestly, the name Magnus Carlsen. First off, he's like attractive, which like
huge massive W.
The best thing the chess community has ever had happen is to have the best in the world be good looking, and in shape. And I think he's like married or has a serious relationship or something. Like he's just like a normal dude. Well, not as normal as you can be, obsessing and spending your whole life thinking about chess. But yeah, so chess drama, that's fun. Thanks, podcast. Thank you, Beer Therapy, for filling us in on the chess drama of the world. Next question: who is your biggest enemy?
I got a lot of enemies, Got a lot of people trying to drain me of this energy. I used to have a lot more enemies, and they've kind of been like tapering off. They've all just like kind of fallen out of my life, which I honestly think is a massive W on my behalf.
It could be. I think it depends on the context of how they fell out. Here's my thing.
Okay.
I think we got to dream big. I think we got to manifest our enemies into our lives.
Yeah, we got to be careful with this manifesting thing because we say some things on the podcast and then some things go down. So I don't know, dude.
Wait, what do you mean? My biggest enemy is Jackson Hinkle.
All right, let's do it. Yeah.
He just is. There's not
Jackson Hinkle.
Yeah. No, I want to. I know we've talked about it before. We don't need to talk about it for a long time. Mm-hmm. There's no one online who like gets a reaction out of me where I like. I just have never felt like I get really pissed at people, but never really has ever anyone made me really want to get physically violent with them.
What is it about Mr. Hinkle that makes you want to that makes you want to throw hands?
I think it's the fact that he's so confident that he's the most up there person alive, and he could not be further from it. Like Sneeko is significantly more up there than Jackson fucking Hinsky.
Sneeko!
Sneeko's been kind of, dude, the red pill days are numbered.
After that incels video where he was like, dude, my audience are incels.
Yeah, and the person you told me who like I knew existed in the Destiny circle, but then I've started watching some of her content, the Erudite, is that how you say it?
Erudite?
Just Erudite?
Erudite? Yeah.
She like therapied him into being, and he's like, yeah, no, like I have a really good relationship with my parents, and my father's a really good guy, and I really like, and it's just like this shit, like it's clear. Destiny started him down the path of becoming like more soy. It's gonna happen.
Oh no.
Dude, he's gonna be the next
soy.
Hunter Avalon.
Ugh. Well, Hunter Avalon was actually always soy, and now it's just his politics finally started matching his outward presentation.
But he used to be kind of like he had the like he used to at least have like the jawline because he was like kind of skinny. Now he's just like he's not chubby, but he doesn't have the jawline going for him anywhere.
As soon as you lose the jawline, it's over.
Yeah, so he just looks like a cuck.
Yeah.
And yeah, when you get owned by a fucking, have you been following all the Keffels shit?
I don't care about Keffels.
Okay.
Here's what I know about Keffels is like she's kind of annoying. She got Kiwi Farm shut down, which like eliminated one of my sources of self-harm. So obviously I'm pissed about that.
Wait, what even is Kiwi Farm?
Kiwi
My understanding
Farm
is that it's just a
this-
doxing website.
Yeah, well, I mean, so yes, but what it really is they just like I think it started their whole deal was that they keep tabs on quote unquote lol cows, which are like people on the internet that they think are like shitty or just like amusing. So like e-celebs basically, and then they have these just like incredibly long threads about them.
Yeah.
That are like, and they're like, we're so normal guys, but they really took like an anti-trans bent. Because like I don't know,
Because that's easy,
just
and
like
fun
easy picking.
and-
So
yeah,
they went
yeah.
really hard. They fucking hate ContraPoints, but then they
That
hated
makes
Philosophy Tube more than ContraPoints.
In fairness, ContraPoint's kind of fucked over any other trans person who wants to make content because that content is like better than any other content.
Yeah, it's like you're never
online.
going to be able to measure
Yeah,
up.
like-
It also doesn't help that Philosophy Tube, from my perspective, this has nothing to do with her being trans. Super happy for her, et cetera, et cetera. But her content kind of sucks.
I'd be honest, can't even picture what she looks like.
Okay.
I've never watched a second of
All
her
right, yeah,
content.
don't
But because
bother.
in my head, and this is totally unfair to her, the read I've gotten from like being online myself is that this is just like diet ContraPoint.
Yeah,
so I'm
that-
like, why
yeah.
even do it?
That's not to be fair to her, that's not entirely
I
correct.
know. Well, it's never correct. The like
But,
the
like-
description you get from Twitter user
Yeah.
Destiny is my dad
Yeah.
underscore.
But to be unfair to her, yeah, that's pretty much entirely a correct description.
ContraPoints is fucking based. But ContraPoints just kind of disappeared.
Well,
Not
she
that active.
has these like drug problems, and then she can't make a video that's less than 2 hours now. So I don't know, dude. She's going through it. She needs therapy. It's the classic excuse of like, or the classic example of like the someone who ends up therapizing for a whole like community of people is
Yeah.
like also very fucked up and very much like has their own
It's
problems.
fucking it's Mr. Girl.
the modern ContraPoints. Yeah, dude, that guy is that guy is wiling out. I don't know what I can't get a read on him.
He is the most he's the most normal looking and sounding off the rails person online.
He's crazy.
He is insane.
I remember when he first like came quote unquote on the scene, and I was like, this guy's doing a bit, and then it became increasingly clear that like, no, this guy's
this is
actually
too much
posting.
Yeah. Like yeah. But he got deplatformed, so he'll be in the news for
Hashtag deplatform. They're coming for us next.
yeah.
Do you think? I think our goal should be to make Noah Samson make a video on us.
Yeah, but he better be making fun of. You know what? We can trap him because like I'll be the one who agrees with him, but he'll have to like bully the trans kid on the pod.
Let's go. Noah Sampson
Or you can like
versus
kind of
the
hide that,
non-binary
like,
community.
and then you'll come out and like dunk on him, and he'll have to apologize.
I'll inject myself with estrogen live on stream, and then he won't know.
Do you think he's ever left L.A.?
No.
Yeah.
Probably been to like Santa Barbara or something. It's about as
Is
far
he
as you can go.
confirmed from L.A. or is it just like everyone says
It's
that
just
because
like- it's
there's
just the
no
vibes.
other
There's
possible
no other-
way?
If he's from anywhere else,
like that would be.
he could maybe no. He could maybe be like the least. He could be like the most normal guy in like Bushwick. But like,
Where the fuck is Bushwick?
it's in New York. It's like the hipster. It's like the giga hipster. Super.
I was gonna say he could be from like a wealthy suburb of Chicago.
Yeah,
Um,
I could see that.
It's possible.
Who knows, dude?
But he gives off big like I spend time in the sun energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like us.
To be
We're
clear,
basement we never see.
I
the
fuck
sun.
I fuck with the dude. So no, I'm not trying to go to war with you. Love you, Noah. I like him.
We love you, but only because your
I
name is
do. I
Noah.
do appreciate Noah's content significantly more than Hassan's.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. I think Noah is much kind of more measured in his takes than Hassan.
Yeah, I mean, you probably don't think he's like necessarily like you probably both think they're kind of like dumb and like can't think through their positions, right? Like on maybe that's an unfair way of putting it, but you on some level you kind of
Yeah, on some
you
level
think
I do
that,
kind of
right?
think that, but like to be honest with you, like I don't really think I could probably do what Noah does better than what.
Well, sure, but my point was more just that like I do think it's fair to say that Noah is like more.
He's more
He
measured.
certainly is chasing like there's no way around the fact that like he enjoys the fucking clout, but he seems less of a clout chaser than Hassan.
Yeah. To be clear, I do relate to Hassan the most.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like,
How
come
could
on.
you not?
He's like literally me.
So yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? Like the people who we really hate are just
They're the most like us.
they're-
Yeah, exactly.
they're not even necessarily the most like us. They're the most like who we think we could be. Like there's a part of you that wants to be Hassan.
Yeah,
but,
I
like,
think it's like a shadow self kind of.
yeah, the
like
fucking
a-
shadow realm.
It's like a Jungian kind of.
Yeah,
Jungian type
Jungian. Yeah, we should just start like reviewing philosophers on the pod. How would that go? You think we'd get all the listeners?
So horrible. I couldn't keep up.
Yeah, I couldn't fucking keep up. Honestly, like I could make it farther than you, but not that far.
Yeah.
Compared to people who actually like spend their time doing that,
Yeah.
I would get dunked on so fucking fast.
Well, I'm probably gonna have a fucking reading list after this weekend, so I better get to work.
Yeah, you got to read lots of There's
Jokes,
someone
jokes.
who the person you've been talking with, constantly like has photos of their work, and I'm trying to remember who it is. But like I never read. It starts with an F, maybe. Foucault.
Foucault. Yeah.
Foucault.
Do you really not know how to say Foucault? You are a fake philosophy person.
Well, no, but because here's the thing, right?
Okay. Tell me
Foucault
what the
was
thing
20th
is.
century, right?
Yeah.
20th century philosophy is #dumb.
No, that's where all the good stuff started.
No, I mean, yes, I agree with you, but no, it's cringe, dude.
No, it's not. Why is it cringe?
Because only fucking real philosophers like it. Like only people who are genuinely obsessed with philosophy like it. Like Mark Manson, too much. Like that dude fucks with fucking Nietzsche and Kant and Plato. That's how you come across as a fucking giga chad.
Just be a normie.
Just
like,
be into
reference all the-
philosophers who like people have heard of.
So
Because
like,
outside of the world of philosophy, no one's fucking heard of Foucault. They're like, dude,
I don't
like
think, no, I think a lot of people have heard of Foucault.
I think
you're picking a bad
too much
example.
fucking credit. Because every French person just blends in as the same thing. They're like, oh yeah. No one can think of a specific individual French person. They're all just.
Yeah, fuck French
Ugh.
people. We hate French people.
I mean, like I would
do
hate
hate
them
French
if there was enough there to hate, but they all just sort of. In fairness, though, the fucking OG existentialist, what the fuck's his name? He wrote Nausea.
Don't know. I'm
He-
not well read. I'm
he
not a
is pretty
philosophy
cucked.
major. This is
ask your friend who you're going to hang out with. She'll know. But anyways, that's enough. Computer, why are you dying on me? Okay, we've kind of outdone our biggest enemy thing. So I want to.
Wait, who's your biggest? Okay, wait.
It's Jackson.
Who's your current biggest enemy?
You mean like who I actually like interact with, or
Yeah.
just
Who's
I don't have a fucking enemy who I interact with. I mean, maybe. No, it's probably my manager at work. I'm
nice.
getting really upset. Like I
Okay.
can't.
See,
I
there,
just can't
there we
handle.
go. What's making you upset? Tell me more.
He just epitomizes.
Too much of a liberal.
Well, no, because he's like, well, yes and no. He epitomizes. He's like, he makes up the like 25% of Hassan's audience that literally just can't think.
Man, you really have a very high opinion of this guy, huh?
Hey, nice guy.
Great guy. Never met him.
Nice guy, Greg. Really, never. I don't like know him, but like I know him well because we work together. We're the only two people who sit in the fucking same giant room together all day long. But at the same time, like I couldn't tell you what he believes about anything.
Do you think he could tell you what he believes?
He would try, and you would like. Here's what I'll say: is that for all of our shortcomings, if the two, without any experience, if we hopped on like a fucking Zoom call with this guy, we could destiny his ass to shit.
Yeah, but I don't want to just like dunk on people. Dude.
Well, I'm not saying we want to, but I'm just saying he's the kind of person who, with zero effort,
he just like doesn't have thought through positions at all.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah. So hey, if you ever
So he's
listen,
your
buddy, don't worry about it. You're a nice guy. He's nice enough, you know. Yeah, but no, he's probably is my biggest enemy because I don't. How many people do I like interact with enough to be enemies with?
Good point.
I don't know. Maybe my landlord, but like if I was trying to like, you know, get some commie clout, but my landlord's a pretty nice guy, so
very disappointing.
Yeah, I think he's scared of me.
Good.
When I see him
You always
outside,
wanna
he
be the
goes
alpha.
head down.
Okay, yeah, no, you're winning.
He's also like 5'1", so
Yeah, that means you're double winning.
yeah, he's 5'1" and he's not overweight, so he's got.
He's just like a small guy.
Yeah,
this is
just
if you're a landlord
nothing.
and you're under 5'6", you need to gain as much weight as you possibly
Yeah.
can while still being able to walk.
If you're because if you've got like 5'6", or if you're like if you've got like Danny DeVito vibes and you roll up to my door being like, oh, where's the fucking check?
Like you want to turn yourself into a meatball.
Yeah, I, that'll scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I will make sure that check is turned in on time. But right now, I'm like, oh, what's the worst that happens? He calls me and he's like, hello. Every time he calls me, he's like, hi, this is your land. Like, as if like I don't have his number saved. He's like,
Hi, this is your
just
land-
wanted to like, I'm just reminding you who I am. And I'm like, yeah, hi. He's like, this is Chris, right? I'm like, yep, you've got me in your phone. He's like, oh, I've got a big favor to ask. Do you mind moving your car for an hour? I'm like, dude,
Don't worry.
relax, bro, relax. But at the same time, I'm scared of him because he's my fucking landlord. So it's like we're like trying to outcuck each other. But yeah, we're enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Understandable.
Have a nice day. After watching the recent Obi-Wan series, I'm back on my the prequels are based train.
Okay, what is sparking this? Why are the prequels based?
Just because they're good.
They're not good.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they're good.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they're good.
Why are they good?
Because they're good.
What makes them good?
They're fun.
I don't even think they're that fun, to be honest with you.
I think they're a lot of fun.
I don't think they're any fun.
I think they're fun. I'm not sure I have much more to say. This was like literally rattling shit off the top of my brain 5 minutes
They're
before
not
you got
okay.
here.
All right, no, back up. What makes them fun? It's because you watched them a lot when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now you're emotionally invested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that that's okay.
Yeah, and I'm like the Anakin tier Obi-Wan, so there's that as well.
Yeah. Except it's funny because like it's not like I pulled you out of the fucking gutter.
I would argue you pulled me out of the gutter
When?
in metaphorical sense.
Wait, when did I pull you out of the fucking
When we
gutter?
started the podcast
Oh, yeah.
a year ago.
I guess. But we
Today.
met before that.
Yeah, but you know.
But I guess Obi-Wan and Anakin, well, no, they started training and shit together pretty soon after they met. I don't know. There's not the well, there kind of is the age gap.
See? There's the age gap.
Obi-Wan is like a he like wants to be more edgy, like fucking Qui-Gon, but Anakin just fucking is off the rails.
Right.
So yeah, I guess it makes sense. It all adds up. We're just waiting for you for eventually we're going to turn on each other.
Yeah, I can't
that's
wait
when
for
the
that.
that's when the split will really, or that's when the analogy will make sense.
That's what we're gonna get so much online clout.
Yeah, there's going to be we could like once we gain even just like some. Actually, no. If we ever gain a big following and then it starts to dip off, whenever that starts to happen, we just need to threaten that the podcast is about to end. Like the last episode ever, Alex and Chris have a falling out like title of like a video that comes out like once a month.
And then I can start another podcast with my brother. That's way more avant-garde and cooler. And you'll
Which brother?
I don't know.
Just either one.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, the three of you could do a podcast together, and it might be the most out of control.
No, that would be super on the rails. The problem is...
You think so?
Yeah, I don't know.
Then maybe you're underselling just how much of an intellectual your younger brother is.
Yeah, that's the problem. He doesn't fucking talk. He's like, he doesn't...
But you described him as like a debate pro.
He's measured. He's too measured.
Oh, so he's not Destiny.
He needs to like while out more. You know? He's just one of those...
Does he not do as nearly as many drugs as your middle brother?
Nick doesn't do that many drugs.
Okay. How many people have you met in your life who just like buy black market drugs from Russia?
Okay, but they're not like, when we say he does drugs, it's like, oh yeah, man, like Nick's got the fucking coke connects, or like he's always like doing acid or like robo.
Okay, when I rolled up to his fucking house this summer,
this morning,
this morning,
you guys were hanging
this
out.
fucking summer, there was like, there's caffeine everywhere. There's bottles of unmarked shit everywhere. I'm not saying he does all the time, but shit's around. And he's done a lot of shit.
He's done some stuff.
He's done
but
some
like
stuff.
all like research chemicals, not like drugs.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is if your youngest brother started to do that, then he would evolve into content king.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Nick's version of doing drugs is when he was in ROTC, which is a hilarious story. But he was obviously
Didn't you get like kicked out for doing that?
Well, he didn't get kicked out. It was just like they kept doing this thing where it was like, because he went to a school that was pretty expensive, right? So they did the thing where like, we're gonna give you a scholarship, and then they just never gave him the scholarship.
Yeah.
But anyway, they needed him to run a lot, so he got shin splint. So he was like, I could solve this like a normal way, or like I don't know, see like a doctor or something, or I could inject myself
other than to just not walk.
Right,
for a
exactly. Unless you inject yourself with Russian research chemicals.
Yeah, I mean, see, that's so cool.
Into your shins. How the fuck do you even inject into your shins?
That sounds remarkably painful.
It sounds
like,
awful.
Like out of this world painful.
Yeah, it sounds like when...
That's such commitment to the army. Like, what the fuck, dude? Relax.
Bro, chill. Yeah, and then the army fucked him, so, you know, it's kind of poetic in a way.
The whole army?
The whole army.
They fucked him.
Metaphorically fucked him.
And physically. They metaphysically fucked him.
Metaphysically fucked him.
And...
in the showers.
Well, yeah, it probably happens a fair amount. So, yeah. And I don't have a strong... Well, I do have a strong opinion on the prequels being fucking good, but I'm not sure, like, it's like... I don't know how to verbalize it. It literally, my whole point is, like, it's just like a childhood thing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna flip my mind, like, every month. And I'm gonna be like, oh, yeah, no, they're bad. Okay. I'm gonna go back and watch them and be like, they're bad.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, a month later, I'm gonna be like, no, like...
They're actually...
No, like, trust me. I got it
bro,
figured out.
Trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro. They're really good. So yeah, that's my stance on the prequels. All right, we're down to our last bullet point here. Are you scared of death?
What do you mean by that?
What the fuck do you think I mean by that? Are you scared
Do you mean
of
like
death?
the actual dying part, or like the getting old part, or like the pain that comes before death?
Are you scared of dying?
Answer the question.
No,
You're avoiding the question.
I guess no, but like I am scared of everything that like comes with dying. Does that make sense?
So seems like a dodging the question.
Let me phrase it to you this,
because that seems like the answer must be yes. It's like saying I'm not scared of graduating college, but I'm scared of everything that comes with it.
Let me put it to you this way: if I went outside like right now and got hit by a meteor and just got like instantly deleted from existence, I would be fine with that.
So then why the fuck are you scared of it happening 50 years from now? Why are you scared?
Because it's a long process of like watching your body fall apart and shit, and like people you love die and all this horrible things.
I'm talking about fuck everyone else for a moment.
Okay.
Fuck everyone else. Are you scared of your own death because it means you die?
Because it means I cease to exist?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, based.
Yeah. No. Why would I don't know. That's like...
I feel like most people would say yes.
Like, I'm here for a good time, not for a long time. That's
but I feel like a lot of people say that and do not fucking mean an ounce of it.
Well, I don't know. It's just like, does the concept of you not existing before you were like born scare you? Really
but-
not, right? Because it's the same state of non-existence. How can you be scared of a state of non-existence?
Because before you existed, you didn't know what it was like to exist.
Yeah, and after I exist, I won't know what it's like to exist either.
Well,
Be deleted.
yeah, but doesn't that? But so it's just like permanent sleep.
Yeah, exactly. I am scared of like not going out on my like I would like to go out on my own terms in some respect, whether that be from like old age or something. Like the idea of just like, oh, if I just, fucking got hit by a meteor, that would cause a lot of problems. I would prefer that like not to happen for a lot of reasons. But yeah, I don't know. We're not here forever. Are you scared of death?
Yeah. I mean, I'm like trying not to. I'm working on it, and I think I have a reason to believe that I can like get myself the fuck out of it. But yeah, no, I think that the reason I bring it up is because I think that most people, if you say like if you meet people who are like anxious, right, like terminally anxious, and you do the fucking annoying ass like, well, why are you anxious? Why? The end result is always because I die. I think that that's the logical conclusion of all of it. That's my take on it. So I think I don't know. Maybe it's just because maybe it's because my family's such fucking like anxious fucks who refuse to talk about the concept of death that maybe I'm slightly skewed on it. But I feel like most people like don't actually ever think about it.
Well, I don't think people think about it a whole lot, to be fair. But
yeah, and so they
also-
come up with all these like fake dumbass reasons to like live the way they do.
right.
And then, but it's like, bruh, fucking think, bruh.
Bro, just think. 15 seconds. Yeah, I mean, it's understandable. And frankly, I don't know if there's really, this is a hot take, I guess, if there's anything super meaningful to be gained from, no, I don't know if that's true.
From thinking about
It
it.
seems like you can go down a fucking black hole of just like thought about thinking about your own death, and I don't.
See, here's the
think that's a
thing.
good
I think that the recipe. I think that like the recipe for like eternal peace is to fixate on it.
Like a memento. You need like a memento mori.
Don't know what that means.
It's like it's like a reminder. It's like why like poets had like skulls and stuff. It's a reminder of death.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't mean reminder. So what I do not mean is like remind like when you're having like a bad time, being like, hey, I'm gonna die at some point, so might as well enjoy it. That is not what I mean.
What do you mean?
I mean that because here's my take. I think that in Western society, most people are fucking frightened as fuck about it, and almost none of us really seriously meditate on what it means to die and the inevitability of our own death. And I think that it is the source for so much unnecessary suffering and conflict that none of us like, because it, like, this is where, people like are beginning to kind of get there, right? Like you see people on dating apps or whatever, and they're like, what do you like? What's your hot take, or what do you believe in? And someone will say like positive nihilism, like nothing matters, so enjoy it. And it's like, okay, you're beginning to kind of get there, but like most people don't even get there. Like I don't think most people even begin to get to that point. And frankly, that's like only the beginning, bro.
That's just the beginning. I think most people are like kind of quasi-religious or harbor some kind of like religious or specifically like in the society in which we live, like a kind of Christian conception of death. And so, and that's kind of like the backstop ideology that kind of like implicitly stops you from thinking about it too hard.
But don't you think that so for a lot of like liberal folks who are religious, this is not like a new atheist, anti-theist rant. But don't you think that there are a lot of liberals who maybe even describe themselves as religious, they describe themselves as agnostics, or they totally describe themselves as Christian, but there's a lot of them, not necessarily even just liberals, but there's a lot of them who don't actually believe they're not completely and utterly, they're not confident in the like, if I just like live the life according to God, I'm just going to go to heaven and be happy forever. Like they're not really that content with that story.
No, but like I think intellectually they don't believe it, but I think emotionally they do. If that makes sense.
They want to.
Yeah.
But I think that like I think that there's a genuine worry that it's bullshit, and that there's a lot of, or not so much that it's, well, yes, no, that it's bullshit, but that it's like people, for how content people seem to be to live with that, like they don't believe it's strong enough. Like they don't believe it's strong enough to like live their life in such a way such that they act just accordingly to it. Not like they don't question it that much. And people, so I think that there's a lot of the like existential dread of modern living stems from this problem.
That's an interesting thesis. Okay.
That we like that a lot of like, so there's Christian folks, right, who, and some of them who are genuinely so I don't want to say like so far down the rabbit hole, but like are genuinely fully convinced that like that's fine or whatever. And they haven't taken the time to think about like, okay, I mean, because you could even begin to question people like on like if you believe in heaven, and if you don't find this conversation interesting, we can move on.
No,
but
keep going.
Like if you believe in like what do you think it means to be in like, does the idea of heaven sound? Think about how heaven's described in the Bible for a second, and think about just for a moment whether or not that actually sounds fun or good, or like something that actually is this like state of eternal bliss the way you think it is, because it sounds kind of miserable to me if you think it through.
Yeah, I think that kind of the Christian out there would be something along the lines of like, you can't really kind of describe heaven. It's in like, you know, plain language or whatever. But
so then, do you think that? But I would argue that still leaves them with a sense of like anxiety and dread about what it is. Like it's just simply
it's
saying
like
like
the unknown, right? It's
yeah,
that unknown state of being.
And
all we know it's in some way good, and God is there or something. And
so we get a lot of fucking like agnostic folks or whatever, or like people who describe themselves as Christian but don't believe it like in any literal way. People who feel that there is two options, right? There's like atheistic nihilism, or there's the Christian God option, and like post-death, like that's it. That's all you fucking got. And people get trapped in that, and that is the source of. If people could take the time to remove themselves from that trap, people would be a lot less on edge. People would be a lot more chill.
People would be more big chillin'.
People would be way more big chillin'.
Actually, no, they'd be more corked up and more big chillin'.
Yeah, they would. You know, they would unite the scales.
Unite the axes. Come together.
They would combine smart fella and fart smella into one somehow.
Into the system would collapse.
The system would collapse. Yeah. But for real. Because we fucking live in so much goddamn fear of fucking dying, and we're like, you gotta live your life to the fullest because you're only around for fucking 60 years or whatever the fuck. And no one takes the time to think like that that's not it, bro. There's other fucking ways of thinking about it.
Yeah.
You're missing the fucking point. And if you spend some time meditate, like I really think that like you ask your average like Joe Biden voting person in the US, like, I want you to close your eyes and think about your own death for the next hour. Like they would do anything to get out of that.
Yeah.
They would rather go fucking work in a factory for
I don't
4
know.
straight weeks.
I feel like you do that and people just like come up with, you know, that's
yeah, but I mean, like somehow I would need to be able to enforce them to actually like follow through. Like, I mean, like somehow I'm going to force your brain into not being able to stop thinking about your own death for an hour. There's no fucking avoiding the topic. You need to think about it.
Yeah. I feel like you're just making the argument that just everyone needs to do like hallucinogenic drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks, Joe Rogan.
Well, no, it's not actually.
All roads.
That's no
lead
thing,
back
bro.
to the fucking-
That's like a straw man and like an ad hom and like a circular argument and
Joe
like
could probably do
and,
some more
and
LSD
post
himself,
hoc
'cause the dude
ad
is-
dick homonym.
Add dick homonym. Yo!
Yo.
Hey, yo!
Hey, yo. Anyways, if you find this content interesting, please buy my book at googledocs.com/my book.
Yeah, put the URL in here later.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I
Because I have the answer.
you do have the answer.
I
And
do
that's
have the
what
fucking
people
answer.
don't understand.
And it's not actually me who came up with the fucking answer, but
But I've got more of the materialist answer. I'm kind of like more of the earthly cult kind of guy.
no, I'm a fucking materialist. Wait, what is it? Only matter matters?
Thank you, Dr. Peterson. Why do they call it matter? Because it matters. That's like the Jordan Peterson tapped into the Yogi Berra wavelength for a minute there. Like honestly, if you'd show me that quote, no context, it's like, is this Peterson or Yogi Berra? I would say Yogi Berra, 100%.
I love his newfound obsession with globalists. There's something about the way he says globalist and like gets so mad at it.
I mean, it's
fucking hilarious.
Do you think he knows it's a dog whistle for the Jews? Or is he just like, is his benzo-addled brain
Do you think
just
he
like
has
going
any
with
idea
it?
what is commonly meant by globalist?
I don't know, dude.
I don't think he does.
I don't know.
Because his whole gig is like, his whole fucking shtick, right, is like, no, like, the way you understand that word is wrong. Like, it's like the whole thing is like, no, you've got it. Like, so he does, so he rejects words that everyone uses, but he doesn't know how anyone uses them because he uses them differently. It's like, you know what epitomizes this? How funny did you find the rat video? Because I think that's the funniest video.
I
on
think
the
it's
internet.
pretty funny that Peterson, before his brain got destroyed, was certainly not the best guy, but he was
a guy
more entertaining intentionally than he is now.
It's such a different type of entertainment, but it is fucking hilarious.
Like you can tell he kind of knows what he's doing.
Yeah, well, he just makes
he's
himself a lot of fucking
ridiculous,
money.
but like, yeah. Oh, I meant with the rats thing because he's like in a lecture, right? So he's like hamming it up a little bit.
But this,
yeah, I know.
I was a little high when I saw that for the first time, and it was like 3 a.m. and I was like crying, laughing, and I think I woke up my neighbors upstairs. I heard him start moving around. Like I haven't laughed out loud that hard alone in fucking forever.
That's all it takes to break you, man.
I watched it like 20 straight times.
Jesus.
The real rat.
There's a rat inside all of us.
Jordan, thanks, doctor. See, dude, liberals are just boring, man. We need a Jordan in our life.
True.
We're running out of content.
We need more unhinged takes. This is not the most unhinged I've felt in a while.
I don't think either of us are that unhinged, though.
I
think we're emotionally unhinged, but like not like intellectually unhinged.
Not in a fun way. Not in a sexy, cool way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
we need
sucks.
to work on that. Yeah.
Yeah. We need to go to therapy and be like, hey, I look, like I am depressed. Like
walk in and be like, just fuck my shit up.
I don't want you to fix me. I just want you to transfer this dark energy.
Yeah.
like get it away from like sad boy energy and just transfer it into like unhinged energy somehow. Can you do that for me?
The Thembo is having. I don't know what.
Yeah, how do you think like how does that happen? Like,
well,
because that's at some point they've probably struggled with some like depression, right?
Well, they posted on their story yesterday, actually, and you would know this if you were a real fan, which you're clearly not. That like that they had been like over the past year, they were like, yeah, there's maybe been like 30 days where I've had like human contact. What the fuck? Like, this is insane.
You're not helping her. Wait, how are you making enough money to live?
I don't know. None of it makes any sense. I have to assume that their parents are just like balling out.
Just fucking
yeah,
balling.
We have to
straight balling.
Think.
But what about that epic dinner with the guy?
Well, do we even know that it was real?
Was it just a dream?
Was it all just a dream?
Was it all just a fucking dream? Well, what about the story on the bridge?
Could have been, it's an allegory. It's not a literal thing that happened.
It's the modern allegory of the cave. It's
right,
the allegory
exactly.
of the bridge.
Allegory of the bridge with Dagson.
Yeah,
may or may not be a real person.
Dagson is not a real character. Dagson is the name of like when the Thembo started playing video games and had to create a character. It was like just the first name. It's like why I remember the name Zednor, because that was the name of all my like Star Wars Battlefront characters. Was Zednor.
Yeah, of course.
Because I thought that sounded like a Star Wars character.
Yeah, it sounds.
Which, to be honest, for a 10-year-old to come up with a Star Wars name, like not that bad.
That's fine.
It could be worse. Prior to those days, when I was on my like adventure quest days or whatever, I was like raw steak was always my username.
For a second there, I thought you said Ross Steak, which would have been an awesome name.
Ross Steak. Dude, that's my wrestler name.
Ross steak. Fuck, that's good. We gotta
Raw
write that down.
steak CM Punk.
I think that might be
WrestleMania.
my fucking like online handle.
That'll be your
streaming. I'm Ross.
Ross. Yeah, no, the co-host of this is not Alex. It's Ross.
It's me, Ross.
It's me,
Ross.
Wait, we should definitely come up with funnier names than Chris and Alex.
Yeah, I agree.
Ross is pretty fucking hilarious on its own. Honestly, I feel like I fit the vibe more of a Ross steak. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
to you.
what's my vibe then? We need some other kind of.
Well, it needs to come naturally. If I try and like fixate on it, it won't fucking come. It'll come up though. Eventually, there'll be like a wrestler joke, and it'll happen. But I like Ross steak more than calling myself my only other option at this point. I was thinking like, what can I do with Chris? And then
You could be Crisis again.
I could be Crisis again. I could be fucking Topher, Topher Grace, Tofu, as I was called in high school. Not salty about that. I could be Churs. I could be Christ. See, they all suck.
Yeah, this is not good.
They're all
I think you have to
terrible.
take Ross steak.
I think Ross is the move. I don't know. There's some really like powerful names and like powerful and stupid names. And Ross is every dude who's been named Ross. Like there's a pitcher in baseball, for example. His name is Ross Stripling, and his nickname is Chicken Strip. And he has like a business degree, even though he knew he was going to play Major League Baseball. And he kind of sucks, but he stays in the league because he just does like the taxes of all his buddies in baseball.
Incredible.
That's Ross.
Ross.
I went to school with a kid named Ross who was like off, like so off the rails, such that the school therapist had to like constantly like pull him out of class to like try and like calm him down. Like, one of those kids, and now he's like in the military, so makes sense.
Awesome. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, so those are the Rosses in my life, and I am
Support
Ross
our
Steak.
troops. Ross steak. God, I gotta start workshopping a new name.
Yeah, you got to come up with an actual funny pun.
I know.
Like, can you imagine if like we just like thought of like bend over like right now, like we were the ones who
the
did it?
first people to come up with that.
Yeah. So babe. My name's Ben. Ben Dover. That's a line that the fucking Manosphere would use. What do you think of Sneeko simping hard for Ben Shapiro's daughter, who's not his daughter but might as well be his daughter?
Oh wait, I haven't really been keeping up with this. What is this?
Sneeko's in love.
With some.
Her name's
internet
Brett.
girl? Her name is Brett.
Her name is Brett Cooper.
I feel like my name should be Brett Cooper.
Wait, yeah, no, Cooper's a sick last name. We gotta but Brett's already taken, and she has like over 1 million subs on YouTube, so you can't just be Brett Cooper. No, but have you seen her? Can you picture her?
Yeah, she's the
she
girl
looks
who
exactly
looks
like
Ben
Ben.
Shapiro. Yeah,
And
her name is Brett Cooper.
Yeah, and she works for the Daily Wire.
Is she related to Alex Cooper?
Like the Barstool person?
What's up, bitches?
Maybe. Maybe they're just like friends, but because their last name is both Cooper,
Yeah,
and so they think that that's like cool.
Like somehow related.
No, Brett Cooper's the most like she likes going to like gun ranges. I know a lot about her now because of how much Sneeko. Actually, I like watching her content. I'll just say I like watching her fucking
right,
content.
you like
She's
watching her content.
Dude. If Ben Shapiro was a woman, like I am remarkably attracted to this person. She is so fucking gorgeous. But she talks about liking going to gun ranges and riding horses and going to Walmart. She's just like middle America.
I would
and she watches reality TV
kill myself.
and works for the Daily Wire and like makes content about. But she's so.
Who cares?
So Sneeko will like transition between like barking at her and then being like, Brett, you're so fucking cringe. he goes back and forth, but I love the content. It's fun.
I don't know what to make about.
It's my reality TV.
No one who thinks going to Walmart is fun is hot.
I'm not sure she thinks going to Walmart is fun, but she was like doing like a what's your type like BuzzFeed quiz or whatever, and one of the questions was like, where would you go shopping? And the 4 options were like a Goodwill, Nordstrom. Fuck, I'm not gonna remember what the 4th one was, but it was some like actual clothing store, and the 4th one was Walmart, and she said Walmart.
Ugh, disgusting.
But I mean, What other options? Because the whole Daily Wire crew's in what, Nashville now?
Did they relocate the whole fucking thing to Nashville?
Yeah.
Apparently Nashville's actually reasonably cool, so I don't know. Maybe they're doing fine, but weird move.
Well, yeah, but they like claim to own Florida. I don't really understand, but they're like, I think for tax reasons, they're based out of Nashville.
Gotcha.
I think they
It's
like.
the
I
main
think the
office
company
is there, some
exists
weird
in
bullshit,
Nashville.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but they like
every
own
company in the
Florida.
world is based out of Delaware because of like tax reasons or something.
No, it's because of Joe Biden.
No, soda.
So, dude, last week the Yankees owned the Twins, and Twitter was popping off with that clip.
With the soda
With
thing.
the-
Let's go.
Menace.
Soda.
Soda.
Soda is big
The
this
fucking
year.
the Yankee Twitter account, I think, replied with it to like a Twins post.
Let's go. We're going mainstream. We were on the trend before it was cool.
Honestly, Joe Biden saying Minnesota funnier than anything Trump has ever said. Just like as
Maybe.
not as so far as the content, but the delivery.
Maybe that might be true. the hype is unbelievable.
The hype is
Dude,
unbelievable.
what have they been pumping up Brandon with these? Did you see that speech where he's like, he makes fun of Republicans and does like a Republican voice? Just like, dude, they kicked the drugs up to like 15.
He's unhinged. Well, has he hit 80 yet? Has he reached the critical line where you just physically cannot stop yourself from like not caring?
from being awesome, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, like 70-year-olds cringe and boring. But like
Once you hit 80.
you hit a certain age where all bets are off.
This is where the fun begins.
And the epic Anakin quote, or someone from Star Wars. I don't remember who.
Are you serious? Do you not remember who?
This is where the fun begins. No, that's definitely Anakin.
It is Anakin.
Yeah.
Come on.
Dude, everything he says is like, come on.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, come on.
It all kind of blurs together.
I do hate sand. I unironically do hate sand, though. I never like going to the
Yeah,
beach as a
honestly,
kid.
respect.
Yeah,
Sand kind of fucking sucks.
it's kind of not great.
Yeah, particularly when you're hanging out with Natalie Portman, like nah, bro, I don't want sand around me. In fairness, though, I mean, I guess he's got the whole fucking Jedi thing going on, which is like kind of hot or whatever, and he's like an emo boy in a way that I'm not. But like, I would never complain to a girl about sand.
It's true.
I don't think
Kinda
I
makes
could
you
do
seem
it.
like a bitch.
Yeah. Like, dude, complain about like, I don't know, like rocks or something.
No,
like
never
cool
complain
and
about
heavy.
anything. Be completely stoic at all times.
Yeah,
forever.
be Matt Walsh forever. That story in the dating advice video about like the something gulag with he's like, this is the example of like stoicism.
Like,
Dude
this
who's
is
about to
insane,
die
dude.
and
Yeah.
just doesn't tell his wife. I'm like, dude, you don't know what stoic philosophy is at all.
I think that's a bit. I think that's missing the point there. I'm convinced that the reason why conservative kings can date more easily than left wing dudes, which I don't even know is true, but let's just roll with this premise
I don't
for a
think it's
second,
true.
is because they don't over intellectualize it.
Yeah.
They're so dumb about it.
But I don't think that's a
that
conservative king thing, because I think there's like commie kings who fall into the same exact
maybe,
boat, right?
maybe, yeah,
Like you know,
like me.
yeah,
Yeah,
like us, beer therapy.
right. Notorious under intellectualizers, beer therapy.
What if you were? No, I
We
was gonna go
cannot
with Beer
think our
Cooper,
way-
but that doesn't work.
Beer Cooper.
Beer Cooper. Your last name has to be Cooper.
I could just start saying I'm Alex Cooper. Just be like the other Alex Cooper.
Build your whole. We could just steal people's names, dude. Like in order to avoid legal trouble of getting sued by Dennis Prager, I could just say my name is Dennis Prager. It's Dennis Prager's favorite podcast.
You give me Dennis Prager and Ross Steak.
Ross
I
Steak
won't
is my
allow it.
wrestling name.
Okay. When you get in the ring,
No, Dennis
Square
Prager's my
circle.
Dennis Prager's my dead name, and I'm fucking and
Oh,
Ross
okay.
Steak's
All right,
my my name. Yeah, so something like that. Haha.
you're a hashtag MTB trans person. Man to beast.
Hell yeah, dude! That's the name of a channel?
Man to beast.
I'm pretty sure. No, it's How to Beast. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Damn it! It would be he would be much cooler if
Man
it was
to Beast.
Man to Beast. How would you spell the 2 in that context? It would have to just be the numerical 2, right?
It has to be the numerical too, yeah, for sure.
But if it was
Man
like
to Beast.
man, like TOO Beast, Man to Beast.
if that was my name? It's me, man.
It's one word.
No. My first name is Mantu.
Mantu Cooper. No, it's definitely funnier if it was Mantoobest. Yeah, your that at is definitely not taken on Twitter. Mantoobest.
MANTU and then beast, just beast.
Mantoobest.
It's like the whitest guy you've ever seen. Mantoobest.
Bro, you could sell programs.
Yeah,
welcome
what?
To how to transition from a man to a beast.
How to Thembo. I could actually probably call
Thembo University.
Yeah, no one in the. I will say no one in the that community knows fucking anything about fitness. Or if they do, you need to speak up. This is your call to arms, dude. Because
you could sell a really niche program of like saying like this is how trans people get fit.
Yeah. And it's actually just the same advice.
It's just the same exact advice. It's like,
it's
so
just
here's the
marketing
trick.
shtick.
Eat protein.
Here's
lift
the
some
secrets.
weights.
Do some kind of progressive resistance, guys. Do some cardio, guys. Eat good food.
It is.
All right, that's it.
It is pretty comical because like we're so engrossed in it. You more so than me, but we're so engrossed. Like we've heard progressive overload. How many times do you think you've heard that phrase in your life?
Oh, bajillion.
15,000?
Yeah.
No, not that many, but probably like around 1,000, maybe more.
Nick and I actually had a conversation. I think I know where you're going with this, but keep going.
Right? Yeah. No. You definitely know where I'm going with it. But yeah, you could sell a program just saying that because of how many people don't.
It's like I'm going to steal Nick's story here. He was talking to some guy he went to he works with who goes to the gym occasionally, and he was like, "What do you do in the gym?" And this guy was like giving him his split with the exact weights. Nick was just like, "Do you not like? Does the weight not go up? Like, what's the deal here?" He was like, "Nah, I just do more when I feel like I can do more." Just like, okay. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, that is how more than half of the people who lift weights.
Yeah.
It never occurs to them to really think about going up.
Now, the irony of this whole thing, which Nick pointed out to me, is that like his program, and this is like nerd details, but like I program for him week to week. It's just like, I want you to work up to this movement in this rep range at this effort level, which essentially means the weights go up when he feels like they can go up. So
Yeah.
it's full circle from.
Yeah. What if we take the opposite route and we start selling a program which promotes regressive overload? Need to think about what that means and how we could sell
Well,
it.
wouldn't it be regressive underload? Or is that a double negative? So it's actually the same thing.
Regressive underload would just be sieve load.
Sieve load. Well, here's the thing, right? Is that conservatives hate progressives. So we need to sell a weight program to conservatives who have no idea what they're doing. Oh, I had this one friend who's in the fitness industry, trademark, and we had this idea. No one steal this, by the way. This actually, I think we have it copyrighted. Gun weights. It's just like you have like an M4 and it weighs 10 pounds, and then you can buy the next one up, and it's just an M4 that weighs like 20 pounds. It just keeps going and going.
And then what do you do? Just like walk around with your gun?
I don't know. You just we can come up with stupid ass exercises, like do the fucking butt gun
Do like
melee thing.
the kettlebell shits,
Right,
but with your gun.
Yeah, with the carrying handle.
The sad thing is like
this
that would sell.
This would sell, right?
This would 100% sell.
It's a good thing we don't have
Get
listenership.
like
Otherwise someone would
you
steal
could
this.
like say like train like the military.
Right, exactly.
Like this is how they
Like,
get in
what
shape.
the fuck are they like? No one in the military has ever seen anything with like a weighted gun. That's the stupidest thing ever.
What's so funny about the whole like fitness community, right, is like the military's way of exercising is so remarkably basic. It's like running and pull-ups and shit.
Yeah, it's just
So it's like all you fucking need.
it's cheap as hell.
It's
It
cheap.
basically works.
We
for
can
what they
feed
need
you
to do.
like cheap ass food with like chicken and rice and
Yeah.
broccoli, and because if you eat nothing but like chicken, rice, broccoli, oatmeal, and do a lot of running and push-ups and pull-ups and squats, you're gonna get pretty fucking in shape.
Yeah, you'll be in. You're not going to look like the most aesthetic, but you'll
You
be
might.
in shape.
Because you got the buzz cut. and
that's
you're
true.
wearing the camo, so it makes you look like 7% leaner.
That's true. No, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. Definitely cuts the body fat down by a
The
considerable
buzz cut
margin.
does actually make you look leaner.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Unless you're Jeff Side or something, but you either gotta have long hair or like. Can you imagine? Would Jeff Side have an internet persona if he had a buzz cut?
I don't think so, dude.
Like,
I feel like
it would just
the
look
hair
gross.
was so much of the brand.
Yeah, it's sort of like a. Well, no. Did David Lade have long hair? No, I guess he never really did. I don't know. The thing about what's interesting is like the pictures of them that I found like girls online simping over were never really close ups because they were too big. They gotta always be like a far away mirror selfie where you can just like see that he's kind of like ripped. They're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
oh my god.
There's definitely that line is lower than you think.
Yeah.
Dude, I think you gotta grow out the stash and do the buzz cut thing.
The buzz cut thing.
Yeah.
I thought I'm trying to go with my long.
No.
slicked back.
You're playing the wrong game here.
So I'm doing the exact opposite right
You
now
need
of what
to
I need to
grow-
do.
You need to grow like a giant beard and have a buzz cut.
The thing is like for all the shit that I say I want to do that I don't do, if I could, I would do anything to be able to grow a beard.
Well,
That I would
we have
100% commit to
medication
if I
for
was
that.
capable. Like prescription medication?
Yeah, I can get you some. I hope no doctors are listening to this.
But so I did the fucking something cream for like a day, and then I read online it can give you like heart palpitations or some shit. And I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah, that shit's really rare. Don't worry about that.
But I will worry about that.
Oh, come on.
I can't overcome.
You gotta live a little bit.
For a fucking beard?
Yeah, why not? It's worth it.
To become, but so the two people I know who've like fully committed to that are fucking Derek and the president that preceded
You
us.
can just say Angelo. No one's gonna like
Dude,
hunt him down.
he might hunt himself down.
Well, now he's off his grind of wanting to be homeless, so I think he'll be okay.
It'd be so funny if he was homeless and like that. Like, I want to cause some like a TV show about like the life of homeless Angelo, like politicking would do well.
Dude, he could be a real influencer, I feel like.
Yeah.
He's got it in him.
Oh, easily. Have you? I don't think many people have met someone with that energy.
It's crazy. It's frankly a little overwhelming.
Yeah. I haven't experienced it in forever. You've experienced it much more recently.
If you can even close to go toe to toe with that, you're a special kind of person. And I do loop myself in that category. I'm not on that
Yeah.
level, but I can play the game.
He
not
can
as well
kind of
as he
out
can
Gabe
now.
Gabe.
He did kind of out Gabe.
Not in the sense that like what he was saying made more sense,
Because it didn't.
but he found a way to like out energy his energy.
Yeah.
Which is,
He beat him
which is
at
a
his
feat
own
in and of
game,
itself.
kind of asterisk, sort of. Not really.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter like you start saying shit that it's so not literate that it's like, what can you say back to it? I don't know. Yeah, so high praise for our homeless friend Angelo.
What a fucking guy. All right.
is
Well, any closing thoughts here? We
Epic
tag-bag this
episode
shit?
14.
Yeah, we killed it, dude.
We fucking killed it.
There was some good stuff in there
Yeah.
at some point, I think, probably.
Yeah, we got there. We got to all my bullet points, my epic list
Yep,
of
we got to your
topics.
bullet points. Next week's going to be real interesting because I'm going to be on the road pretty much all weekend. Maybe we could do a Zoom call.
While you're driving.
Yeah, it's just dog shit audio quality, but I have like a 12-hour drive, so
Where the fuck are you going again? You're always going somewhere.
I'm going to Ohio
Oh, right.
Yeah. for my
You
brothers.
know who we could have on the podcast.
My brother,
No.
Greg.
No one cares about. No, I mean, I
Nah, dude.
love you, Greg, but he
Great
might be
guy,
creep-
never met him.
Great guy, never met him. Actually, kind of technically have, but like didn't at the same time.
Oh yeah, you were in the.
We were in the same room,
Yeah,
but he never.
he's not really.
I'm not really a big social person, so like I don't really say hi to people unless
met
they
a
like
few
kind of
times.
say hi to me.
Yeah,
And like you
Yeah.
and I were like kind of talking. He was kind of like there.
he was
but-
just ambient.
In total fairness, though, like when my brother has friends over, I don't fucking talk to them. So
It's understandable.
yeah,
Well, stay tuned for next week, where we what are we going to talk about next week?
the revenge of raw steak.
Raw steak. He's coming back into the squared circle.
Raw steak and fucking Mantoobeast is
Two beast. Oh God.
He's a powerful duo. All right, yeah, I gotta go to bed because I'm tired as fucking shit. Have fun driving.
It's me, Dennis Prager. Welcome to my new favorite podcast, Beer Therapy.
I'm in love with my 13-year-old friend, and I know it ain't right, but I can't help it. She's my everything, and I just can't let her go. She's got the young and fresh thing going on. That conferences, I know I'm too old, but I don't care. I'm in love with her, and I know it's wrong, but I can't help it. She's my everything, and I just can't let her go. I'll never forget the first time I saw her. She was so young and so beautiful. I knew I was in trouble then, and I'm in every more trouble now. I'm in love with my 13-year-old friend, and I know it ain't right, but I can't help it. She's my everything, and I just can't let her go.